baby. Oh no. Oh. Sonnie noticed a cat with a bad eye on one of her walks with Keone. We came back with treats to see if we could get any closer.
Smells good, right?
She's taking it. Are you gonna run away now?
Oh, I have more.
She's gonna be. She's just hiding down there. Oh, what a sweetheart.
You can see her from the other side.
Yeah. Oh, she's back.
Hi. Did you eat it that fast? I don't want to give you too much.
She's like, oh,
okay.
She's like how Nagi used to be.
Wow.
If you gave him food, he would take it and then go hide somewhere with it.
That eye is so bad.
Yeah.
If she even has an eye anymore. Like,
I think it looks like it's shriveling up. It looks like she got scratched by probably another cat, and that eye has been like shrinking. Because you can still see the eye, you can see the pupil, and you can see the scratch. I think it'll be a little bit harder to get her into a cat carrier, but
I know.
oh, she wants more. What a sweetie.
Well, I do have more, but I don't want you to get an upset tummy.
We are back to try to capture the kitty. We followed her around the back of the building, which seemed to be the territory she took for herself. Is it too far away? Here you go. Here you go. There you go. Oh no. Oh, she's coming. She felt most comfortable interacting with us with a fence between us. She was clearly very skittish, so we decided to see if we could build up some trust with her over the next few days, with the goal being getting her into a cat carrier and to the vet to have her eye looked at. I brought a carrying case for her, which I put a little bit of food in to see if we can get her used to the case. Maybe she'll go hang out in there for now, instead of sleeping directly on top of all these air conditioning units. She's curious. Oh, she found the food. Look, she's so happy in there.
Yeah, she's laying down. She looks comfortable.
I came back with a cat carrier, which she liked, but if we tried to get close at all, she'd leave it and run away. She also wasn't building up trust quickly enough considering her eye, so I decided to get a trapping cage. Yeah, she's so happy she just laid down right away. So we haven't been able to catch the cat through normal trying to gain her trust methods. The thing about this cage is the cat that we're trying to capture has already been captured and released because she's got the nick in her ear. So if she's like really smart, maybe she remembers being captured in a cage like this and she won't go inside. So I'm gonna try to maybe disguise it a little bit. For one thing, I'm gonna cut out like pieces of cardboard to put on the floor so that she's not walking over grating. She or he, we'll see. And then make it like more natural for her to walk into. One arm. That's what you can fit inside. Okay, Haku, what if I cut open the other side? Haku, look. It's open now. There you go. There you go. Okay, you can have fun for a while. I'll take it later. Alright, I'll come back later. So I cut out a cardboard base. I've tested it again. Hopefully he/she will still go into our trap. As I feared, she knew not to step on the plate.
She's so smart.
I came back several more times with the trapping cage with it disguised in various ways, with more smelling, appetizing bait, and even with a long string so I could manually trigger it, but she never set more than 2 feet inside the cage again. There were several areas around the block where people left out food for the local strays, so there was no way for me to withhold food for a couple days and get her desperate enough to risk the trapping cage again.
Nope. And there she goes.
I was at a loss for what else I could try for a few more days and just spent some normal time feeding her, when I realized I could get her to chase food and lead her around her little territorial area as long as I stayed far enough away. This made me think that I might be able to lead her to a more open area with enough space to set a drop trap.
Since nothing else has worked so far, I'm trying to build a drop trap now.
Kind of like old school, the first thing you think about when you want to capture an animal. It seems like really almost too simple, but you can get the cat to walk under the cage, which is important. And so that's what we're gonna try to do. I keep calling her. I don't know if it's a girl. Do the same thing with Pokey.
Think it's a he. So all our cats are he. Boys.
We'll use both. One of us is bound to be right. Everything's already cut, just need to put it together. I just finished the base for the drop trap.
Now I'm just gonna spend the next 45 minutes tying this net around the base. The website that I was going off of for building this said it's better not to tie it around the top because you want the net to have some like give.
The funny or not funny thing is the area has a fence that has a sign that says we are extra alert for strangers and weird suspicious people.
Keep an eye out for weird people.
It was exactly about you, right?
Except everyone there knows us. No, we've talked to like the building manager. We've talked to like most of the residents have driven in and parked and seen us. The guy on the motorcycle is parked and seen. I've talked to like everyone.
How'd you like it here, buddy?
They're all very nice.
Oh?
And they're all just
Oh.
impressed that we're trying to catch a cat, even though we're not professionals.
You're gonna impress them even more with this handmade giant DIY trap.
I really think they're just gonna think there's something wrong with me.
Which cost quite a lot already.
$70.
And then with the cage that totally didn't work out, adds extra 50.
And then we have
Something.
to park in the
So-
city. It's costing a bit of money.
A little less than 200 already before you even take her to the surgery, to the
But
vet.
it's gonna be worth it if we can help her.
Yeah, I really hope we can find a good owner.
If we can't, then all of this is gonna suck for literally everyone. Akko, I need this! It took a lot longer to get the netting on than I thought it would, so we had to wait until the next day to finish it. This part is mostly done. I have the door on. I have the anchor flap. The only thing is finishing the prop stick. Then we need to test it and then we'll be good to go.
Poor June injured himself, so I finished up, but I think we're done. I sanded off the bottom to round it out a little bit. Got a string through it. Everything else is set up and ready. I'm gonna test it out on our cats real quick. I know outside we won't be using it on carpet, but these floors dent surprisingly easily. So I don't think we should be dropping, even though this is very, very light weight, I don't think we should drop it on our floor.
Eat your food. Haku, I'm gonna catch you. He doesn't even care.
Da, 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 da. Real life, we gotta move quick. Much faster than this. Haku, come here. Haku, come through the door. He doesn't care because it's our house. Come here. Yeah, come here. Good boy, look at you. Haku, you're so good at being captured. Such a good boy. I have a rubber band around this to make it harder to move it up and down, just because I was afraid that this would just bounce out when we do this on concrete. And then because we don't have a door that shuts down, I have this, which we'll put down real quick, and then I have wires to wire that shut, and then if the cat goes past this, then I can slide that down and use the real door. Otherwise, this can work temporarily because our car will be right there. I think it works. I think it's gonna work, Jen. Sweetie's under here. She keeps coming out when I shake the food. I've set up the drop trap here. It's not where I wanted to, but this is the only spot flat enough that there aren't spaces for her to run out after we catch her. I'm just gonna see what we can do. We talked to the people who are on the other side of this, so they know we're here doing this. We're not just trespassing. After spending many hours with her over the past 2.5 weeks, I knew the areas she liked to hang out when I entered her territory with her. My plan was to lead her around the back of the air conditioners and under the one on the far left, a spot she frequently hid. Several days earlier, I had practiced leading her around with food, and she never seemed to fill up, just like Pokey, so I wasn't too worried about feeding her too much. But I did need to toss food somewhat quickly or she'd lose interest and retreat back to a previous hiding area. If I moved my feet, she'd also become wary and try to retreat, so I had to take things slowly. She was so smart and never gave me more than one chance with the trap, so I knew I'd only get one shot to catch her or she'd never go under the drop trap again. The instructions I read online all emphasized to wait until the cat settles down to eat out of the food dish you placed at the back of the trap. But she wouldn't go for it. She'd only eat the food I threw, even though there was a dish full of the same exact food right in front of her. I realized I'd have to trigger the trap even though she'd never settled down. I also asked June to back farther away since she didn't know him at all and kept stopping to stare at him. That meant he wasn't able to keep filming when I triggered the trap, but I thought it was more important to catch her than film. And oh my god, I am literally shaking. She leapt at the netting like a rocket trying to take off, so I had to keep my weight on the trap while June helped hand me the connecting cage. My heart was pounding so quickly and my hands were literally shaking, but I managed to transfer her successfully. Go put her in the air conditioning in the car. I'll take care of everything else. We got the kitty. I'm on the way to the vet now. You can see how red my face is. The weather app says it feels like 43 degrees Celsius, which is over 107 degrees, which is the same it's been the entire 2.5 weeks that I've been trying to catch her. I would have been worried about her being out in the heat this whole time if I didn't know, over the 2.5 weeks that she was still like ganky and active the entire time. We made it to the vet, but because of Corona, my baby. Everyone waits in their car with their pets. You don't go wait inside the building right now. The vet said her eye is still there, but it's been pushed back into the socket, likely due to an injury from a fight, and her third eyelid is shut permanently over it. It's called phthisis bulbi, which is basically a fancy term for a shrunken, non-functional eye. He said it actually doesn't need treatment right now, and that removing it would only cause her additional stress at the moment. She was so nervous that he didn't want to do much testing that day, but he gave her broad light and parasite treatment for some fleas, and managed to trim her nails at our request. He said he can't accurately test for diseases like feline leukemia for at least a month, so until then, we're just supposed to keep her separated from our cats. Hopefully by then she'll be a little more comfortable with us. All right, we've made it back and we finished preparing June's room. So we've got food dish here, water bowl 1, water bowl 2.
Away from the litter.
Yeah, litter farthest away. She has tons of spots to sleep. These will be she can hide a little. She's got a box here. All of the wires have been removed from this room or covered in saran wrap like June did there.
I was gonna film by the this cooking video in this room.
Yes.
But that won't happen until I confirm.
For at least a month.
Turn us this way so it's easier for her to run away from us. There you go. Assuming things go well and she's not gravely ill and she does adjust to indoor life, our intention is to adopt her out to another family. There are so many stray cats here that aren't suited to living on the streets, and I think right now the best thing we're in a position to do is foster the ones who need it most, take care of their medical bills, and then help them find new homes. June likes the idea a lot and even wants to build a fostering room in our future house. Anyway, that's our hope for the future. For now, we'll have to see how this kitty does. Here, I'm gonna again turn her around so she sees the exit and is away from us. And then I'll just open from this side. There you go. Let us know if you have any suggestions for names or know of anyone in Japan who may want to adopt her if things work out. There you go. Good girl.
We should let her explore this area and become comfortable with it.
All right, sweetie. I'm sorry you're scared, but you have food and water.
You can explore. We'll see you later.